Yeah, I think this is also the best version of Olympiacos that we've seen, both offensively and defensively. We're going for the title, we're going for Euroleague. There's many things that I've learned from him. I love our style, how we don't change things. Like, what we do is what we do, it's our identity. I'm Texan, I'm a cowboy, and Sheriff is the chief of the town.
Thomas, thank you for being with us. Iron Man, Robocop, Sheriff like one lineup presentation in the Jumbotron, or just Thomas?
I think Sheriff is the most fun. You know, you got to keep people in line. You got to keep
How did this come up?
I'm Texan, I'm a cowboy, and Sheriff is the chief of the town.
When are we going to do the next interview in Greek?
You know, if you just keep kicking the can down the road, we say. We just keep pushing the problem to the future, but booked lessons and learning, but it's a slow process.
Did you feel like after college you changed your game?
Definitely. I probably used less than 5 pick and rolls in my entire college career. And now, as soon as I was out of college, I completely switched my game, and every workout has been centered around pick and roll and usage and passing out of pick and roll, shooting out of pick and roll. So changed my game a ton, both offensively and defensively.
I'm asking because as a junior, you jumped to 15 points per game, and you had 33 in the first round of March Madness against West Virginia. How was playing at the 4, as we read and watched, and what led to Tόμας Ουόκαπ we see in the last few years as a player?
Playing at the 4 was very different. You know, it was constantly, you're playing off of mismatches constantly. Now I gain advantages more off of pick and roll. Some mismatches in the post that I play out of, but what led to this is just the work. You know, there's nothing else to it. When you want to change or add something to your game, it's repetitions and repetitions and repetitions. And especially early on, you know, the guys I did my pre-draft training with, we drilled pick and roll every single day. Shout out to Playmakers Basketball in Arizona. We drilled so many pick and rolls that I got sick of it, and at the same time fell in love with it.
Is there something that you would like to change, or you're just an old dog right now and you are who you are?
No such thing as old dogs. No such thing as old dogs. You know, I think for sure you get better and better with experience. You see the game at a slower rate, I think, is the biggest thing. So I still think I'm improving. Okay, every season is a constant battle to get better and better and better. You're never satisfied or complacent with your game. I'm always in the gym shooting shots because, you know, it's a constant improvement. You know, it really is. And when I'm not, you'll see my percentages fall. You know, it's as simple as that.
I wonder if Robocops and Sheriffs have superstitions. Do you have any?
I have many.
Can you share something, please?
I would say my biggest one is pesto on game day. Pesto sauce on game day is my biggest one. When I first got here, our hotel, the Grand Hyatt, on game days was the only one that had it. And now every single road game that we go on, we have pesto.
During your first season, you told that you see yourself as a coach in 10 years. Is it still in your mind, and what or who is your biggest influence in that?
Yes, it's on my mind, but currently I like to think I act like a coach on the court. You know, this is, as a point guard, you know, this is super important, and I think my game is kind of centered around this and putting everybody in place and putting the ball in guys' hands where they can be successful. So I have many influences. You know, I've been super fortunate to have played for 4 very different coaches, you know, starting from John Patrick in Ludwigsburg, to Sadis, to Coach Schiller, and now Coach Barbzókas is very different styles of basketball, but many things to take from all of those. And very fortunate to have learned from all of those. And it's something I definitely did with intention of, let's hold on to this, let's write this down, I like this, I don't like this. And yeah, very fortunate to have played for very good coaches that have been also very good teachers.
Coach Bαρτζώκας told after the Virtus game, and I quote, "Thomas' contribution will be analyzed by future historians. There are players who excite the stands and those who excite the coaches." How did you feel and what is your relationship?
We have a fantastic relationship, and this is something I don't take for granted. You know, he trusts me, and I love playing for him. I love playing for him because of that trust. But from the first day, he told me, "I want good people here, and that comes first." And so he has his values in place, and it's easy to play hard for him. There's many things that I've learned from him. I love our style, how we don't change things. Like, what we do is what we do. It's our identity. So very fortunate to have come here and be welcomed by the coaching staff how I was, to be trusted by the coaching staff how I was, and I think it's a huge part of why I felt like home here.
Do you agree with the nickname chess player for Coach B?
Yes, I do. Yeah, he's seeing basketball, I think, in the future constantly. You know, he's seeing what the game will be. He's seeing the game differently, and he's seeing the game very clear. So, I can't say enough about him, what he's done here. You know, especially as the second stint. You know, it's not easy to follow up a Euroleague and then leaving and then coming back, and you see how much the fans love him because they appreciate his work, they appreciate his love for the club, and you know they know he's one of the best coaches in Europe.
Can a guy have more impact with 4 shots per game while last year he was shooting double 8 like you?
Yeah, you know, I think this is where I thrive. You know, I'm not the guy that needs or wants to have the ball in my hand for this many possessions. You know, everybody has their job, and my best job is when I can affect the game on the defensive end and yes, play make, but to do both for 30 plus minutes a game is difficult. You know, I felt like I was tired last year. Affected my shot, affected my decision making, my play making, my energy. And this year, with the kind of weapons that we have, it's much easier to put the ball in successful places and do so without having to run, you know.
Magic Johnson always saying that the assist makes 2 players happy. Mm-hmm. What a steal, a block, or a deflection does, and what makes a great defender?
Assist or a block or a steal is like, for me, it's like when Sasha scores 2 points. You know, it's a little shot of energy. You feel good. You know, you play harder after that. It's fuel to the fire. And what makes a good defender? Many things make a good defender. I would say first off, having the athletic ability. You know, having the strength, the speed, the size. All of those things are very important. The concentration, you know, because players are too good in this league to fall asleep for 1 second, you're going to get punished, you know, and this is how, you know, our league is, and it's really good. And then to be able to see things coming before they happen, to sniff things out. You know, if you're reacting, you know, you're too late already. So beating him to the spot, you know, I think you have to play 1 step ahead as a defender.
This is your 4th season in CEF. Is this your favorite version of Olympiacos?
Yes, I think that you could say that. You know, we have a fantastic mix of talent, but also good guys. You know, guys that are focused on winning. The last 3 years we've been to the Final Four. Maybe the first year we thought, you know, wow, this is great, this is cool. But you know, now it's like we have guys that are willing to give up themselves individually for the greater good of the team. Yeah, I think this is also the best version of Olympiacos that we've seen, both offensively and defensively. And we're just getting better, you know, day in and day out.
You once said that you like the alley-oops with Milu. You have played with Sasha before. Can you describe your connection with Evan Fournier on court?
Yes, I really like to play with Evan. He's super aggressive. He wants the ball. He's very easy because he can do so many things. It's very easy to put him in good situations. Sometimes we look at each other and we understand exactly, what we're saying for a cut, for a lob, whatever it is. There's many things where just a defender can play him one type of way, and immediately we both see it. And so being on the same page with a scorer like that, who's smart, who's clever, also aggressive, and can score from so many different areas on the court, it makes my job, really easy.
Has he called you at 2 in the morning like he did to your assistant coach?
No, but after games, where I played well, he said, that's it. That's what we need from you. He's done a great job of stepping into a great leadership role from the first second. He knew the responsibility that he would be taking on when he got here, and he met that head on.
Would you answer if he had called you at 2 in the morning?
I would have been up and I would have answered for sure.
Do you feel like what we say, the glue guy of this team, and what does this mean?
I think we have a few different guys that hold things together. There's everybody has their job, and then still some things fall through the cracks. And it's the job of guys like me, or Moose, Nigel does a fantastic job. Pop does a great job of doing our job, but then also covering for other spots. Guys like Sasha. This guy is putting up 38 PIR on offense. He's tired. He needs a little help on defense from time to time, and that's my job as the anchor on this side of the court. It's Moose's job of being an anchor on this side of the court to be able to say, "Hey, I got your back on this." You're doing extra on that end. We're doing extra on this end.
Do you feel, because of the quality and the expectation, is it too much to say that it's Euroleague title or bust for Olympiacos this season?
I don't know about that, but I know that because that's too much to say at this moment, But that's where our head is. That's where our mind is at. We're going for the title. We're going for Euroleague. So yeah. I mean, that's our goal. And when the presidents put the team together and coach put the team together, that's what we have. That's what this team is built to do.
What have the 2 early ACL surgeries taught you?
Don't take it for granted. I think this taught me about resiliency. It taught me how to attack, how to work hard. I was always a hard worker, but how I worked during those rehabilitations were super hard. And I think it taught me you have to do your work early. I think that's a huge thing that I learned from doing the rehab. If you get stuck behind in your rehab or you take a day off, the next day is even harder. If you take 2 days off, that third day is going to kill you. So doing your work early, getting the job done early is I would say what that taught me.
How do you handle pressure in social media?
Don't even see it. Don't even see it. I think you can dive into it. You can go find it if you want to, but I don't read the good, I don't read the bad. I think it's a trap either way.
I guess that you are pretty quick in reactions to the scouting report of your next opponent. Please, I want you to be fast and with a few word suggestion, please convince me to watch your favorite movie, Inglourious Basterds.
The writing, the acting, the genre, the best. I think it swept the awards that year. And also it's a win for the good guys.
I had already watched it, but you did a good job and I will watch it again. They usually ask someone if he wants to be invisible or he wants to fly as a superpower. Would you rather to run through a wall or be able, because you said you believe in aliens, to go outer space and check it out?
I would love to go out outer space. I'm an adventurous guy. I would love to. I think the quietness of outer space would be awesome, actually.
Okay. Let's get back to Earth. Where will you stay when you retire?
You know, I've already given up so much time with my family. It will be impossible to stay over here full time, but yeah, I have plans to live here, to be here, to visit here. Yeah, Greece has given me too much to leave permanently.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.